Putting more money towards Tennessee childcare crisis. There's now grant funding for providers to partner with employers. Nicole Smith joins us now to explain how it works.
Good morning, Nikki. Access to childcare is an issue for a lot of Tennessee families and the companies that hire them. The Tennessee Department of Human Services has now opened applications for the nonprofit and employer workforce care partnership grants. They're inviting nonprofits to propose strategies and innovative models of partnership with private employers. It's all aimed at expanding childcare availability for that employer's workforce.
We believe that will make childcare ultimately more sustainable, because rather than sort of building on spec and just sort of opening your doors and hoping people show up, if on the front end you're having those conversations and you know who your customers are going to be, you're in a stronger position as a business.
She says it really all starts with a conversation between that private employer and the nonprofit childcare provider, understanding each other's needs. Potential strategies could include using the company's existing facilities, the employer agreeing to pay for an allotted number of new childcare slots, or new construction or renovation of childcare facilities on site.
Perhaps the employer recognizes, oh, this nonprofit agency can have capacity for my workers in their existing facility. I'm just going to pay them to keep slots available for my workforce. So when I hire new people, it's available to them. And that helps the provider with, again, sort of some revenue that makes them financially a little more stable, but also has a really valuable resource available for the employer.
So the grant application has a rolling deadline. We're adding a link to that online at wkaren.com.
I mean, as you are now learning, it is such a problem for so many families.
Yes, it's crazy. Just to think of the lack of availability and the expense in itself. So it's good to see that they're going to offer this grant funding. And they said, in addition to this, they have additional grants if people want to start a child care agency, period. They have separate grants available for that. So they're really trying to put more money towards this.
And then you think about the ripple effect, because if you're watching this and you think, I don't have kids, it doesn't affect me. It affects you because it affects women at a disproportionate rate, because they are the ones who are choosing to stay home and leaving the workforce, and it is affecting businesses, especially small businesses.
And when you have shifts like ours, especially, where am I going to find a childcare facility at 3 in the morning?
Ain't gonna happen.
It will not.
Well, first of all, a newsroom is like a childcare facility, so you
you
could bring the baby in. You can bring the baby in.
Nikki,
I used to work
Nikki and Megan, but I don't know about anybody else at this desk.
But it's an opportunity for employers. The sweeter they can make it, the more they can accommodate moms, the better employment they're going to have, the more options they're going to have as who to hire there. So we'll see how it all plays out there.
I mean, I will never forget. Nikki, not too long ago, was like, Megan, even if in the next 3 years, if you want kids, you've got to put your name on a list now because the waiting list is so long. And then sometimes you have to pay a retaining fee. What is it, like $100
it depends,
a month, just depending on where you are.
But I will say, like, shout out to the bosses who make it work. Like, my dad is a leader in a company, and he has an actual area for moms to bring their kids in when they're not able to have childcare or something pops up. It's because they trust people to still get their work done, but while still having their number one priority, which is being a parent.
Exactly. It's good to see that.